It's Charter California edition. My name is Brad Pomerance, and we are the luckiest group of journalists around. We get to travel to Redding, California. That's where we are today on our road show. You know, Missy McArthur, Vice Mayor of Redding, that I have become completely enamored with your beautiful city. Who knew it was so beautiful? I don't want to tell anyone because I don't want your city to be overrun, because if they knew, they'd be coming in droves, but maybe that's not a bad thing.
That would be wonderful. We love to share our beauty and just the awesomeness of this community.
And it really is awesome in the truest sense. It's awe-inspiring. We are at a home now, and outside of this home is the Sacramento River. And it is flowing beautifully. It is wide. I could sit out all day and just watch this river go by. Tell us about the river and its integral nature to the city of Redding.
Well, it does run straight through the middle of town, so you get views of the river wherever you go. The river is well known nationally for fly fishing.
And I've seen people fly fishing in this river.
Oh yeah.
And it's really a treat.
Ranked, I think, number 4 nationally as being one of the top fly fishing rivers in the United States. So we have a wonderful and actually renowned fly shop. It's called The Fly Shop.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
They go all over the world, and this is where they are headquartered.
On top of that, I have seen folks kayaking down the Sacramento River. I've seen people paddle boarding, and let me tell you, that river moves. So, I mean, you need to
and
be...
And it's cold.
And it's cold, but it's worth it because it is such an immense resource for this community.
It is.
And so do you see people coming up often to enjoy the river?
Oh, yes.
So it is an attraction.
It's very much an attraction.
And
of course, Shasta Dam.
Right.
Which is a mammoth dam that holds in Shasta Lake.
Right.
And then, of course, the famous view is the dam in front with the lake with Mount Shasta in the back.
Which is absolutely majestic. Even with the drought, and we won't go there, but it's still quite beautiful.
Oh, it is.
And there's been some snow, so we can see snow-capped Mount Shasta. What about Mount Lassen? Is that nearby?
Mount Lassen is about, you can take a hike and climb a volcano in about 45 minutes from town.
Speaking of hikes, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the trails that are so much part of this community. And what's nice about the trails, the walking, the hiking, the biking, some of it, a lot of it will go through what's known as the Redding Sundial.
Right.
And this is really an architectural masterpiece.
It is.
Tell us about it. It's relatively new, am I right?
It's actually we just had our 10-year anniversary.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah.
And it's a bridge by Santiago Calatrava, which is, again, a world-famous architect. And at certain times of the year, that top python actually tells the correct time on a sundial that is around the bridge.
Right.
So if you come and you know what time of year it is.
Do we know? Do you know what month?
I think it's the spring equinox.
Okay, got it.
So come up, see the Sundial Bridge. It's absolutely gorgeous. And adjacent to the Sundial Bridge is Turtle Bay Museum.
Right. Which is also quite beautiful.
Really a great little museum that we have going here. And
adjacent to both of those, and right off of both of those, are Redding's riding and hiking trails. The Sundial Bridge is where on here?
Right here.
Yeah, so you can see it's right
in the center of town.
In the center of town, and you can look at all the numbers on this map and notice all the different locations you can stop at and enjoy as you're riding, hiking, walking, biking, whatever you may be doing.
You can hike and bike all around town, up and down the river, either side. We have extensive trails actually going out into further distant areas of our community as well. So you never run out of trails. If you come up here with a bike or a hike, or you're going to take a hike, or you're going to take a walk, you won't run out of trails. You will need to live here, and we hope you do.
And I may just have to move here with my family. I want to speak with you about the people of Redding, and I consider you one of those people, one of those special people. Reading's a community of how many people now?
About 90 to
Right.
92,000.
And then Shasta County
is about 150
right. So
upwards.
Right. So it's a nice size, but with Reading at its core, there's something about the people of Reading incredibly welcoming.
They are. They're
Yeah.
friendly. You can still go to the market, to the post office, walk in, somebody holds the door for you.
Right.
They say hello. They're still friendly.
Right.
It's kind of has a small town feel, even though it's becoming
Right.
a bigger town.
And there's also something unique about Reading, which I would not have known. I'm glad that I'm speaking with you because you are one of the many survivors of breast cancer.
That's right. I am.
And we honor you and salute you. And
Thank
we know
you.
you'll be here for a long time. But what you taught me is Reading has a unique connection to the movement
Right.
of breast cancer survivors. Tell us
Reading
about that.
was the community that started Think Pink. Right here.
How did that happen?
We had a wonderful oncologist, we still do. He's
Right.
retired now, Dr. Figueroa, and another woman that worked with him, and they just launched it. And
How
it
long
took
has it
off.
been? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, gee.
Decades.
Yeah.
It's been decades.
I think it's at least 20 years.
And so, what has it meant for you as a survivor yourself to know that your community, it's not Los Angeles or Chicago or New York, your small Reading.
Well, we have been a leader in other things as well.
Tell us.
For instance, Shasta County was the first county to have no smoking in public places in the whole state.
Who would have thunk it?
So it started here in
Right.
Shasta County of the no smoking in public places because we're all about health and getting out and trying to have healthy Shasta mentality.
What-
So about going back
Please.
to the breast cancer, I think the most fun thing I had when I was going through chemotherapy and wearing a wig
Yeah, not so
was
fun, but-
the bridge, we turn it pink the third Thursday of October, which is Think Pink month, and I got to flip the light and turn the whole beautiful bridge pink. And it's gorgeous. It's just
But
gorgeous.
tell me, what you're describing for me is kind of this can-do attitude. It's building the Sundial, which who would have thunk that the Sundial Bridge would ever be part of the landscape? And now,
Right.
in 10 years, it's iconic.
Right.
I mean, you can't even imagine Reading without it now.
Absolutely.
You know,
And we are very blessed to have the McConnell Foundation here, which is a philanthropic organization that basically funded the Sundial Bridge.
Right.
They found out about Santiago Calatrava. They brought him here. He said he would build it. They paid for it, which was many millions of dollars. So the city of Reading is very fortunate to have a philanthropic organization like
Clearly.
that will build something as iconic as
so
that bridge.
when we get together in 10 years, what will we be talking about?
We'll still be talking about the can-do attitude of the citizens. I'm sure we'll still be talking about the personal generosity of our citizens. A lot of them will give the shirt off their back. They're just that kind of people and friendly.
And a new iconic statue or bridge or a new trail or what do you...
We have new trails going constantly.
Really?
We have one now that we're just finishing that's going to be on the cliffs overlooking the river. So people will be able to stand up there and watch the fireworks.
If you
July
are...
4th, and just look at the Sundial Bridge, look upriver. It's gorgeous.
I urge
Watch the sunsets.
every Californian that if you want to include any city on your bucket list within this great state, it should be Redding, California. Missy McArthur, thank you for joining us from Redding. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Charter California Edition.